I started with the signs in this area. I put this sign up. Then Mike Chapaton, our neighbor up there, put the State Farm "Screw You Too," and then Gene Taylor, our congressman, put um, Katrina, "Act of God," State Farm, "Work of the Devil," which I thought was pretty brazen for a congressman. But he's always spoken his mind. And everybody, it started to be like, instead of Christmas Card Alley at Christmas time, it started to be State Farm Sign Alley. Um, the front part of my house was built in 1826. If it wasn't for these live oaks, I don't know what we do. We're tree people, okay? We lost all the magnolias, all the live oaks, all the pine trees. There's probably not a pine tree within a quarter mile of the beach. All right. This looks like trash now because it's been so overgrown. It goes all the way back there. My 3 children, my wife and I, for 6 weeks after the storm, all the neighbors were just looking through all the debris to find a piece of their lives. And my kids, we wanted to leave and go back to my sister's house in Mobile, and we were honking the horn and honking the horn. And my oldest and my youngest came walking down the street covered in this filthy mud, grinning from ear to ear with 2 of our oil paintings that a neighbor had painted of our house and our family. And they had found it a half a mile away. And it was in they didn't have the frame, but the pictures were in perfect shape. There's small things like that that make, and we're just frustrated. It's like we're smothered. And again, don't get me wrong, we appreciate the trailers. The trailers are a godsend. I don't know what we do, but if we could just force the insurance companies to pay the people that they owe, what they owe, or even close to what they owe, we could get on with our lives. We have a lawsuit, which we didn't want to file, but State Farm will not listen to anybody unless they're with a big group. They have settled with other big groups. We have been told that it's close, that they're going to settle with the group we're with. That means we would get, hopefully, a big chunk of the money they owe us. Not everything, but hopefully close enough that we can go on with our lives. When we get that, we will fill in with dirt. My wife, we have plans. We're not going to build something that looks like we're from Fort Walton Beach or Pensacola, not anything against those places, but we're going to build back a house, even though it's on raised stilts, that is going to look old. It's going to look antebellum, sort of. It's going to be a lot of porches, and we're going to brick around it's going to be something, when you drive by in a car, you're not going to look at it and say, well, they just built this. It's going to try to have the flavor, which Gene Taylor's house has tried to have the flavor. We're going to try to have the flavor of what Bay St. Louis, Waveland, Pass Christian, Gulfport, Biloxi, what the houses used to have. And we're hoping so many other people do that too, because that's one of the things that made the Mississippi Gulf Coast special. And we don't want charity, and we thank everybody. And the church groups, I got to tell you this real quick, I'm sorry. A week after the storm, we didn't see any Red Cross, we didn't see any FEMA people, but the Arkansas Baptist Church group set up a quarter mile away from here and fed all of us hot meals for the first week. The church groups have meant more to this area than any of the FEMA and Red Cross have. And I just wanted to get that in. Okay, this is our urban camping site. I mean, we turn in a home, we take care of it, just like we take care of anything else. My wife and I's bedroom, which is nothing more than a bed. And again, don't get me wrong, we thank God that we have this. And again, I know I'll never complain about making a bed again, because you can't even get around that. You got to crawl on it to make the bed, and my wife insists we make the bed every day. If it wasn't for my wife, it's the fold-out couch. This is the cooking area. Again, we're thankful for it, But we can't cook anything more than the rudimentary meals. We really look forward to the fall and for winter so that we can barbecue and cook outside because it's just too hot during the summer to do it. We have an outside refrigerator freezer that my sister-in-law sent me. It was their old one. It's outside underneath a board because that's where we keep all our food. You can't keep anything hardly in here. And my youngest child, my daughter, went from having her own room and her bathroom in our house to actually her senior year sleeping in this cubbyhole little bed right here. And the only privacy she had was a quilt hanging off the. And again, my 3 kids and my wife have just been wonderful. I don't know how to express that more than I could. We used to all sit down at a table and eat together. Thank goodness the 3 kids are off at school. There's barely enough room for my wife and I to sit. But again, that's not the point I'm trying to make. We're thankful for this. It just, we could get our money from State Farm, an organization that's been around for years, advertises that we're going to take care of you, and we paid every month and paid extra for what's called replacement value, and we can't get our money from it. All we want is closure, to be made whole for what we paid for and to get on with our life. And all we want is what we paid for so we can build our house back and get on with our lives.